So let me say, and I love you back, and I love you back. So let me say, my heart is full today. My heart is full today, full of gratitude for the trust you have placed in me, full of love for our country, and full of resolve. The outcome of this election is not what we wanted, not what we fought for, not what we voted for, but hear me when I say, the light of America's promise will always burn bright. As long as we never give up, and as long as we keep fighting. To my beloved Doug and our family, I love you so very much. To President Biden and Dr. Biden, thank you for your faith and support. To Governor Walz and the Walz family, I know your service to our nation will continue. And to my extraordinary team, to the volunteers who gave so much of themselves, to the poll workers and the local election officials, I thank you all. Look, I am so proud of the race we ran, and the way we ran it, over the 107 days of this campaign. We have been intentional about building community and building coalitions, bringing people together from every walk of life and background, united by love of country with enthusiasm and joy in our fight for America's future. And we did it with the knowledge that we all have so much more in common than what separates us. Now, I know folks are feeling and experiencing a range of emotions right now. I get it. But we must accept the results of this election. Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition, and that we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power. A fundamental principle of American democracy is that when we lose an election, we accept the results. That principle, as much as any other, distinguishes democracy from monarchy or tyranny. And anyone who seeks the public trust must honor it. At the same time, in our nation, we owe loyalty not to a president or a party, but to the Constitution of the United States. And loyalty to our conscience and to our God. My allegiance to all three is why I am here to say, while I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign.
Oh, Lord. What would that mean?
The fight for freedom, for opportunity, for fairness, and the dignity of all people. A fight for the ideals at the heart of our nation, the ideals that reflect America at our best. That is a fight I will never give up. I will never give up the fight for a future where Americans can pursue their dreams ambitions, and aspirations, where the women of America have the freedom to make decisions about their own body and not have their government telling them what to do. We will never give up the fight to protect our schools and our streets from gun violence. And America, we will never give up the fight for our democracy, for the rule of law, for equal justice, and for the sacred idea that every one of us, no matter who we are or where we start out, has certain fundamental rights and freedoms that must be respected and upheld. And we will continue to wage this fight in the voting booth, in the courts, and in the public square. And we will also wage it in quieter ways, in how we live our lives, by treating one another with kindness and respect, by looking in the face of a stranger and seeing a neighbor, by always using our strength.
Somebody's asking about the audio. I think the people who are translating it, you can hear them in the background too.
That all people deserve. The fight for our freedom will take hard work, but like I always say, we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work can be joyful work. And the fight for our country is always worth it. It is always worth it. To the young people who are watching, it is, I love you. To the young people who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed, but please know it's going to be okay. On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes the fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win. That doesn't mean we won't win. The important thing is don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Don't ever stop trying to make the world a better place. You have power. You have power. And don't you ever listen when anyone tells you something is impossible because it has never been done before. You have the capacity to do extraordinary good in the world. And so to everyone who is watching, do not despair. This is not a time to throw up our hands. This is a time to roll up our sleeves. This is a time to organize, to mobilize, and to stay engaged for the sake of freedom and justice and the future that we all know we can build together. Look, many of you know I started out as a prosecutor, and throughout my career, I saw people at some of the worst times in their lives. People who had suffered great harm and great pain, and yet found within themselves the strength and the courage and the resolve to take the stand, to take a stand, to fight for justice, to fight for themselves, to fight for others. So let their courage be our inspiration. Let their determination be our charge. And I'll close with this. There's an adage an historian once called a law of history, true of every society across the ages. The adage is, only when it is dark enough Can you see the stars? I know many people feel like we are entering a dark time, but for the benefit of us all, I hope that is not the case. But here's the thing, America, if it is, let us fill the sky with the light of a brilliant, brilliant billion of stars. The light of optimism, of faith, of truth, and service. HU. And may that work guide us, even in the face of setbacks, toward the extraordinary promise of the United States of America. I thank you all. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. I thank you all.
You guys can call in, give me your thoughts.
I'ma keep on running because the winner don't quit on themselves.
If you guys want to call in, you're more than welcome to call in and give me your thoughts. I mean, where's Elvis? Where's Kofi? Like our black Democratic liberals who are, you know, usually around. Where y'all at? I want to hear from y'all. Call in. Let me know. Give me your thoughts. Somebody said audio was choppy. Is the audio choppy? Yeah, but call in. I want you guys to call in. Let me hear your thoughts. Let me get your feedback. What are your thoughts? You know, my black Democratic friends who, you know, always call in and, you know, call us coons and sellouts. Like, where y'all at? Call in. No, but I want Elvis to call in. Like, y'all, I mean, this usually you guys are here front and center. Where y'all at? Call in. Link is in the chat room. You know, if you voted for the other side, and you know, I love to hear from you. I mean, I'm serious. I would really love to hear from you guys if you voted from on the other side. I'd love to hear from you guys. So you're more than welcome to call in. Let me hear your get your feedback. If not, we'll go ahead and close out. But that's the concession speech. It's officially over. Trump is officially the president. Well, president-elect. We'll see what happens. But it's done. It's over. She got blown out. I didn't think Trump would win a popular vote. I saw him winning, but I didn't see yeah, so black men voted for Trump at 25%. I think black women, it was like 7, maybe. Something like that, like 7%. But But yeah, black men voted for Trump at 25%. So yeah, so that's where we are at. And yeah, especially in North Carolina. I think there was like a whole like county, like all the black men voted for Trump. Was it 20 or 25%? I think it was 25%. I've heard like 25. It was 20 or more. I know that. But yeah, he secured the vote. I don't know where the Democratic Party goes after this, because the candidates that they have or had that could run against Trump, they ran off. Tulsi Gabbard, RFK Jr., Bobby Kennedy, RFK Jr. They ran them off. So I don't know who's going to run against Trump on a Democrat. I mean, the girl in the governor of Michigan, she'll catch an L. Oh, Chrissy. Go ahead, Chrissy.
Hi, Dinas. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. I just hope that the Democratic Party takes this as a learning lesson. And it doesn't seem that they are. You're already starting to see like the blame game and just kind of blanketing everyone as like racist and misogynistic.
If fascists, Nazis,
Yeah, and it's just like y'all. Sometimes people are hard headed and don't realize like that strategy doesn't work. Celebrities are not working anymore because no one cares. So that doesn't work because people realize that when they really are in need, those celebrities are nowhere to be found. So celebrities don't work. Name calling, gaslighting, it doesn't work anymore. So they really are going and being really radical, like these really extreme ideas about gender, especially, and some of the other ideas that they have. Don't work. I just kind of wonder who really ran her campaign. Even abortion. I mean, I was so, I'm thinking about my children, like they'll watch shows on YouTube, and one is like, oh, is this a good person? Is that a good person? Who are you voting for? And I'm tired of hearing about abortion. What's abortion? And it's just like the way they talked about abortion, you would think that a woman opens her front door and she catches pregnancy and she got to go get an abortion. They just overplayed these kind of like gender specific, and half the population doesn't have a female reproductive system to even think about topics of abortion in that way. They really did not lead a campaign that I think that was inclusive on many levels. And I think that's what was the problem as well. And rather than being clearly diametrically opposed from the Republicans on certain issues that people really care about, one of them being what's happening in Gaza, they were very, very center and very conservative. So it's kind of like, how do we differentiate you between certain issues that the Republicans care about? And also, how do we differentiate you between you and Biden? There's no differentiation. She really, really failed at doing that. And then in responses like this gaslighting, because I don't feel like the Democrats ever like look at themselves and say, okay, what did we do wrong? It's always kind of this, and you still see it like you're going to lose in 2028. There's never a time to like, okay, well, we did something wrong. We have to look at how we communicate. They just really ran a really horrible campaign, in my opinion. So
I agree. Link is in the chat room, guys. Link is in the chat room. Who do you think runs in 2028? It won't be. I doubt it won't be.
Maybe JD Vance. Probably JD
Vance. No. For Democrats, for Republicans, yeah, I see JD Vance, Vivek Ramaswamy.
They might try. What's his name? California. He would have to really clean up California. What's his name again?
Well, he's already trying to start to clean up California a little bit.
They're probably having conversations with him.
Gavin Newsom.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they're probably, but
yeah, but California's a dump, so I don't know how that's gonna work out.
Yeah,
guys.
I actually didn't vote for Trump. which I initially was my plan. I actually voted third Green Party.
Okay, that's not Jill Stein. That's
Jill Stein. Yeah.
Jill Stein. Okay.
I was initially for Trump, and then I just felt like he just became unhinged, especially like, are you running for the president of the United States or Israel? And I'm just like, I don't know where you stand on American issues, because it looks like you're just kissing so much Israeli behind. It was just like a turnoff. And I know he got like $100 million from a small hat widow. So I just kind of feel like you're bought out, probably compromised, and just certain issues, especially when it comes to that. Also, I just was kind of really turned off by the both of them and their handling of it. So I did Jill Stein, but I'm okay. I'm fine with, outside of that, fine with a Trump presidency. It should be. I think it's going to be good for the economy and so forth. What I did hear that was good recently is that he actually wants to sit down with the leader of Iran and talk about peace.
Right.
And so that's good. That's also good to hear. And I think another differentiation between Kamala, who was really trying to show like she's really hard, and Trump was actually, he sat down with the Muslim community where she wouldn't.
Right.
You know, she wouldn't talk to them. He allowed them to come to, his, gathering. She wouldn't allow that. She was really being very hardline and very discriminatory. And it was a turnoff. It was just a turnoff. And I don't know sometimes if maybe women, when they're in positions, feel like they have to be a hard ass to be respected, because I feel like I've seen certain similar traits in Hillary Clinton. And what you end up doing is really turning people off, because I think being your femininity can be a strength, and it's not a weakness that you have to harden.
Right.
But that's it pretty much.
All right, guys, links in the chat room. If you want to call in, click on the link. If you want to call in, click on the link. We'll wait a couple more minutes. If nobody calls in, we'll go ahead and close out. Let's see here. Yeah, but Chrissy, I didn't expect for the blowout like this to happen. I expected him to win, but not.
Let me tell you something. Last night, I went to the polls, and I have never. People were wrapped around the building. I was shocked. They were wrapped around it. We were probably there for 2.5 hours. They were wrapped around. It was a lot of white people in line, and they were wrapped.
What state do you live in?
In New Jersey.
New Jersey. Okay, so it's weird you say that. So my buddy was saying he thought New Jersey was going to flip red.
It didn't, apparently, but I think it was probably close. But she did win New Jersey. They actually called it before many of us even got a chance to vote, but I still wanted to move forward with my vote. For me, for the Green Party, was really like getting them to 5%.
Right.
And she got to that 4%, which could have opened the door for federal funding, provide future options. But yeah, it was pretty interesting. There were a lot of white folk out there.
Oh wow.
And I'm already starting to see like the belief, even still with like, I think they brought out like the whole spreadsheet of who voted. I think it's like 20% Black men, but 80% Black men voted Kamala. And you still see, the dramatic blaming of, and I'm just like, we got to stop this. We got to stop.
Right.
We have to stop this. And the drama. Oh, my sisters. Grieve today, and you can get up tomorrow. They're so dramatic. They're so dramatic.
Oh my God, Malcolm X.
They're so extra.
Is the most disrespected woman.
They're so extra, and I'm just like, y'all would have like committed suicide on sight if y'all had to go through what our ancestors had to go through. Y'all are so easy to break and dramatic. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, Malcolm X said that the Black woman is the most,
and it's such a turnoff.
Oh, this proves it. Oh God! All right, go ahead, T. Khalid.
Hey, Donis, bro, like, man, I ain't gonna lie, man, your channel offered the best coverage of this. The reason why, because you're the only channel that really had the maps up. Like, you go to other people's and they're just talking about it. So, I just got to give you salute to you on that. But man, I didn't expect.
And then shout out to the people who called in. You, Brandon, Hustle Smart, Kamala, everybody that called in, AA, everybody that called in contributed. You guys made it possible as well. So yeah.
Yeah, bro, I did not expect this big of a blowout. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Trump was so unpopular that he would not win the popular vote. But this, to just get the magnitude of this blowout, flipping Georgia, flipping all three of the Rust Belt states. I think he flipped Arizona too, right? Back to
He
red.
Arizona. He already got Nevada. So you got Nevada. He got Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Georgia. He's
Jesus.
gonna get Arizona.
This is such a repudiation. And what makes it worse is he also won the popular vote, man. So that means, not only he won the electoral, but the majority of Americans voted for him. That is such a resounding defeat, man. This is why when she was at Howard, she didn't even walk out and greet her supporters yesterday. She went
Well,
home.
a
That's
lot of
so
people,
embarrassing.
a lot of people are trying to defend that. Well, she had to get her speech together. Maybe she
Nah,
like,
bro.
yeah. It's like, come on.
You can say something, hey, we tried hard. I appreciate everybody, for coming. You can say something off the cuff, but yeah, bro. And like Chrissy was saying, the celebrities is not working anymore, man. It's not working. The shaming tactics, it's not working. The mainstream media, it's not working. Now, bro, we are the mainstream media, and thank God Trump won, because I'm telling you, man, if Kamala would have won, they're gonna have to do something about social media.
Uh,
Too many people are waking up, man. I just can't see how you will be a Trump supporter if you don't get any independent media. Because if you watch 90% of the media, read 90% of the newspapers, they all biasly hate Trump. I
right.
mean, it's in a biased fashion. So, and and the thing about black people, even though they're showing black men voted 25% Trump, you see, the reason why we had an impact is there were a lot of black people who didn't vote. And you have to understand, 9 times out of 10, if an African American voted, they're going to probably vote Democrat. So
Right.
that, she couldn't turn out a large black voter block. And then the black people who did vote, 25% of the men specifically voted for Trump. Man, that really damaged them, man. And the one thing that came out of left field, I didn't expect the Latinos to side with Trump like this, man. What do you think that's about, man? 40% of Latino men supported Trump.
You know what? I wish I actually got. I wonder where Mexican Condor is. He's Latino. I wish he would. I could maybe let me see if he could he'll hop on.
That is interesting, man. That
It'll
caught everyone off guard.
it'll be best to hear from him. But you got to understand too. So when Biden took office, when he first took office and he met with our black leadership, he told them that Latinos were next in line, and black people, y'all need to partner with them.
He sure did, boy. He sure
He
did say
told them.
that,
He told
man.
and I think just black people that just went over their heads.
Hey, man, Latinos about to get that work, man. They gonna. Hey, man, I feel like the Democrats about to get on them, man.
Well, hold on, but Chrissy, let me ask you this, Chrissy. What's
Yes.
next? What's next for black women when it comes to the Democratic Party?
Honestly, I don't think they have another strategy. The strategy is, black girl power didn't work, and it's just gonna moping around, feeling sorry for oneself, and blaming black men, and realizing they don't have allies in white women. I don't think there is another strategy. But what I do appreciate about him winning, like there's certain little things I'm like, but what I do appreciate about him winning, I feel like there's like a recentering away from a lot of this radicalism.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it was just going too far. Even with I'm just thinking, even with Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, and just the shaming, these are supposed to be intelligent people. They brought like this gender divide into you know what I mean?
Right.
There's no future in that. I really don't know, because this whole gender divide, this whole, if you don't do what I say, then you hate the black woman. That is dead. That
Mhm.
is dead. And as you said, even the celebrities, and for me, from my perspective, especially with, I think a lot of people kind of woke up, in my opinion, with the whole celebrities like not really paying them attention. Once they saw like what's happening, I don't know
Right.
if you've been paying attention, happening in Gaza, and none of them said nothing.
Right.
It's like, really, like people are really y'all have nothing to say. People realize, oh, y'all have no power, or y'all have no there's no currency in aligning or listening to anything y'all have to say. Y'all are bought and paid for, you know.
Right.
And then she had like all the celebrities coming to, it's like a concert, and then I don't know who did her campaign. It's just the most, but they could have paid me all that money. I would have
Right.
done a better job. But I don't see a future. The Republicans have the White House, they got the Senate, they got the I don't see it. I don't see where the future is. And men are no longer afraid of being shamed.
Right.
Rather they're black, white, or in between. So I really don't know what the future is, because the future really for there to be a future in this direction, it depends on being able to gaslight and shame and shut people down, and that doesn't seem to be working. So I don't know.
You want to say something, T?
Yeah, you know what, man? It was interesting, man, because Kamala Harris did. They did take advantage of the woman vote. They expected all women to come out for her for a single issue, which is abortion. It's pandering. So the Democrats thought that women don't care about the economy.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't care about wars. Y'all don't care about borders. Y'all care if you sleep with someone by accident and you get pregnant, you can get an abortion. So it's real sexual, and I'm glad a lot of women rejected that. It's a resounding defeat. As you know, what's interesting, especially white women, man, like white women, you know, they said a lot of women showed up to vote, but it looks like a lot of the white women, told them no. Like it's just interesting. They sided with Trump. Now I don't know, do y'all think there could be a little, racial thing there? Some of the white women, they don't want to see an
Well, it's
Indian
not even
black
that.
woman. What do y'all
Like,
think?
this is like this is the second time this happened. This happened
Yeah.
with Hillary Clinton.
With Hillary.
Like black women, for some reason, think that white women are going to side with them.
Yeah.
I don't know where they got that information.
And they just
You watching The View, yeah.
And the thing is that at the end of the day, white women are going to do what they're going to side with their men at the end of the day. They'll talk
Exactly.
a
I
good
said the
game
same
with you
thing.
all day, and you will get played. They're going to side with their men at the end of the day. You're going to be there by yourself talking about, I'm not dealing with you because of this. And you're going to be there by yourself. They siding with their men at the end of the day, as you can see. Latino women as well. They sided with their men at the end of the day.
Yeah,
The
they
old
got this
odd
in the
man's out looking crazy.
Yeah, that's why they divide the black community. It's really frustrating how they deal with this, because they intentionally uplift the black woman. And like I said, I don't have a problem with successful women at all, but they intentionally, the way the Democrats do it is they do it in a way as where's to say, y'all don't need your black men. You are leading the political you are leading in black politics. The black men need to be following you. There's the Democrats don't talk to black people as if we're one, we need to work together.
No.
They intentionally
Yep. Yes.
separate us to cause this divide.
Yep.
That's the issue. And yes, when it comes to other races, you got to think about, if women are single mothers and they have children and they're going to the grocery store to buy eggs, and eggs is costing $5 and $6. Milk is going up. This is expensive. And you want these women to sit there and say, abortion is more important than me feeding my kids. That is ridiculous. That makes no sense. You want these women to see illegals coming over here, taking over apartment buildings. There was one woman who got robbed in Texas by illegal. They just broke into her house. You expect these women to see illegals being taken care of while they're being ignored. Crazy talk. So I'm glad for the women that looked past that, and they actually looked at the country and look at what's in the best interest for them, and not some liberal abortion movement. Like, I'm so glad, man, because this Kamala Harris did not do that well with women. Now, she did well with the younger single women, the 20-year-old girls who are in college, who was probably being indoctrinated by the system. But the older and more mature women get, they're not going to be thinking like that. They're not thinking about abortion and stuff. So no, I found that to be interesting too, man.
It's
No,
it's
but
kind of like I kind of feel in a way that white women, they'll make the Kool-Aid, but we the one drinking it. They'll make the
that's the
Kool-Aid
problem.
and pour out everyone's glass, and we the only ones drinking it, looking crazy. And then you realize at the end, like, oh, it's just me. Like, yeah, boo, it's just you. Like, they will tell you that they're, oh, voting Kamala, oh, Trump this, Trump that, and go in there and choose Trump, and you will look crazy
That's the funny part about that. No, it is funny
because they're
because
phony.
that's
I can say
exactly what
generally,
happened.
white men are very phony. I know that from personal experience. So they will tell you one thing and go do the absolute opposite, and you will be the only one out there drowning without a life vest, looking crazy.
Yeah, so this is going to be really interesting. And man, I had a question for y'all, and it
Go ahead.
just left the tip of
Go
my
ahead.
tongue. Man. Good Lord, let me think on it, man. I totally forgot. Lord, I hate when I lose my train of thought.
All right, guys. Links in the chat room. If you want to call in, add to the conversation, you're more than welcome to call in and add to the conversation. Someone said she was only preaching abortion at Black universities.
Okay, I can't even remember what I was going to ask. No, Kamala Harris definitely took advantage. They really thought that that's all women care about. And the thing is, you cannot crap on men. The thing is, you're trying to win an election. How are you attacking one gender
Half the
and then
population
expecting them to come out for you?
It's
That is ridiculous.
insane.
No, yeah, it makes no sense. And I also saw a difference too. Do any of y'all have X, the former Twitter?
I do.
It's interesting. I saw a contrast because you got to see how liberal women ask men to come out and vote, and then conservative women. When you look at liberal women, when they were asking liberal women were asking men to come out and vote, they were shaming us. They were saying, "Come out and vote for Kamala. Don't be a misogynist. Don't you care about your mothers, your daughters, and wives? Stop being misogynist. Stop being selfish. Stop thinking about just shaming us, right?" And then when you look at the conservative women, they were telling men why they should come out and vote, the policies that Trump has, how the Democrats disrespect them, the contributions that men make to this country, and why men are important to the country. Complete difference.
Mhm.
One side disrespects, acts like they own you, and the other side shows you respect. And you wonder why a lot of men voted for Trump. And the thing
Mhm.
is, yeah. Here's what I was going to ask y'all. I don't mind voting for a president who's a woman. I don't care. Just don't give us a good woman. Like Kamala, no. Hillary, no.
Mhm.
I would vote for Tulsi Gabbard. I like her policies. Like put a woman up who is not corrupt. Don't just throw any woman in front of us
Yeah.
who is corrupt as hell and tell us to vote for her because she's a woman and you're trying to make history. Hell no. Like and women should demand like a better candidate. Like these candidates that they're putting up that represent who's supposed to break the ceiling for women, they're terrible. They got
Mhm.
terrible policies. Like, yeah, put someone competent, and I will gladly vote for a woman so long as her policies is good. I don't care what their gender is.
Bandit, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me? I'm in my car right now, so.
Oh, you got your windows down and your AC on?
Well, my regulator's out, so my window regulator's out. I gotta get replaced. So I got tape on my drive-through window. So I
Okay,
gotta
well,
start.
go ahead, go ahead. We hear the tape or whatever. Go ahead, the plastic, whatever. Go ahead.
Yeah, but like I said, like the lady said, Chrissy, is that the women stayed by their men, and and again, like I said, it was just the same ploy that Malcolm X said. I mean, have put out. They're gonna use liberals are like foxes. The way they set it up is black folks. I feel like black folks are the ones that we are the ones that look like the clowns in this election.
Absolutely.
Like because like we were told that I'm like I can't necessarily speak for black women per se, but I'm not because I'm not gonna lie. I ain't married to a black woman. I'm married to a white woman, but so I'm not. It's just my opinion on the matter. But like I see it kind of. I'm hurting as well from it because it made us look like clowns as a race as a whole. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's because we are going around saying that we did our part. It's frustrating how black folks, and unfortunately, right now, black women are doing the majority of talking because they own a lot of these media spaces because these white liberals hire them to be the spokesperson for the black community, and they're
I
saying we have done our part. And it's another frustrating thing I hear is our men followed and supported us. And that angers me because I'm like, black men should not be following behind women, period. What are we doing? We
my
should be
thing is
setting the
this.
tone
My
like
thing
every
is
other
this.
man.
To me, it's not the fact that it's that. I don't mind a woman spokesperson. I don't mind a woman spokesperson at all. Like I don't mind one. What I mind is that the thing is this: as black men, I'm like, at the end of the day, even though it's our women that kind of the women that did the stuff, it's the job of the black men, and I don't mean to throw shade at us, but we are the ones that's supposed to be running the community. We're the ones that's supposed to be owning the community. Period. Because think about it like this: like, Chrissy, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Um, say, like, because I asked this a sister this at work at my old job. I asked her because she talked to me because we talked about the situation about that, and I asked her this. I said, would a lot of black women be talking trash about black men if the company or job they worked for were owned and ran by black men? Would you
Probably
be
not.
talking about black men if no? Like that, for example, I was on Brandon's channel and he was talking about a psychiatrist that she was talking all the trash about black men. There was a black psychiatrist, but most of her clients, the people that gave them money, were black men. The company she worked for, and she repped what she sold, and she got fired.
Oh yeah.
I remember that.
That was a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, that happened years ago,
Yeah,
right?
that's an
Yeah.
example. Like I feel like also this, and I'm gonna get a little political here. We need to put this socialist activist stuff down, and we need to walk away from it.
I agree.
We need to
I
stop
agree.
putting this stuff because capitalism is meritocracy. We need black capitalism and black meritocracy, which you need your best foot forward, your best people forward.
Well, and this is why I agree with you. I don't have a problem with the woman spokesperson. When I mention black men following behind black women, that is the narrative in our community politically.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there
Yeah,
are a lot of black men in the political. Now, I'm not talking about us, but I'm people or the clowns that appear on the Breakfast Club. They say things like, "Yes, we stand behind and we followed our women to the polls." And I agree with you. Black men, in my opinion, should not be talking like that. We shouldn't sit around and
no,
wait for women to
no, we
lead
shouldn't
and
be.
we follow.
It's not that we follow them. I don't have an issue. It's just that we're supporting the ratchet, the debauchery
I got an issue with
that's
that.
put
We
on
should
there,
never sit
like the
around and wait
debauchery.
for a woman
Like
to
I don't
tell us what to do. I have a problem
because
with that.
hey, look,
We
I
should
don't
not be
mind.
cool with
Like
that.
it's like this, bro. It's if the company, right? If you have a company, right? Like that black psychiatrist lady, right? If she had a company, if the company it was owned, the company she worked for was owned by a black woman, and she said all that stuff, she would still get fired, bro. Because that black woman that owns that company is gonna be like, yo, what the hell are you doing, messing up my money, talking trash about my clients that give me money? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Well, yeah, there's nothing
So
wrong
yeah,
with that as
so
far
look,
as the business aspect, but as
yes,
far as selling policy
but the
agendas
business
and the black
aspect is
community should be
important though.
black,
Yeah, the
it should
business
be black
aspect's
men doing
important.
that.
Yeah, the business aspect is important, and supporting. I mean, I know this is gonna sound very generic, but supporting the black business is fine, but you got to make sure that you control it, either through like you supporting it or through you running it. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Carla.
Yeah, can you hear me really good? I'm
Yes.
in my car, so
Go ahead.
I sort of. Anyway, like I said, right now, like I said, I just as clockwork. I went on TikTok today and everything. These sisters are mad. One sister was breaking down, said, "Y'all failed us." When I, the same women who, when you see them on the street, would not friggin' look at you in the face, would not say hello or give you attitude and everything like that. Think they're too good. Think they're boss bitches and whatnot. Reality struck in today. Reality struck in today. Then there was a bunch of videos going around talking about these guys talking about, oh, Kamala is going to be your next president. Oh, it's done deal, whatever like that. That was from yesterday morning. My has what a day has changed. So the bottom line is this: black people have no idea how close they came to being politically irrelevant. If Kamala would have won, that would have been the first time ever that someone said they didn't have to campaign or do anything, and they still got your vote. And the bottom line is this: and brother just talking right now. He sounds real nice and everything, but I have no problem with a woman leader, right? Right? I think Queen Elizabeth was a good leader. Queen Zinga was a good leader. Margaret Thatcher was a good leader. There's been Golda Meir. There's always been women leaders, strong women leaders and whatnot. This was not one of them. And not only that, most women who lead and whatnot, they're like ahead of a patriarchy themselves. They're more manly and more, about the society and everything like that. So anybody can step into that role.
Can I say
What they're
something?
asking us to do is basically just submit to the whims of women. And the bottom line is any society, right? If women rule and everything like that, guess who also rules with them? The beta males and the people that the non-productive man, the drones,
Exactly.
non-productive men, that comes along with them. That's what
Can I,
happens. The strong
can I
alpha
add to
males
And
that?
there was a lot of them
Can
out
I
there too, bro.
can I add to that? With the ancient, because a lot of these women like to bring up Queen Nzinga and all that stuff. Queen Nzinga, the Dahomey warriors, all that, but they don't realize most of these women were raised. That army was built by men. That Queen Nzinga was raised by her father.
Right, right. So the bottom
Her
line is that any
father taught
woman
her.
could step into a role. Women know how to fight. Women could lead. Women could definitely lead, you know? But the
They
bottom
can.
line is this: when you have somebody who's running as a woman, like it's our turn, and somebody that's the problem right there. Women are like,
Exactly. I had a
this
major
is
problem with
our
that too.
turn. You had this, it's time for a woman to be in there. No, it's not. It's time for the right person to be there, especially this
Thank you.
crucial time in American history you know, and Donald Trump happens to be that person. Now, one day, after Donald Trump's gone, I think, me personally, I would like to see both parties nominate a woman in 2028. Let's see what happens.
They
You
need to
know,
get this activist stuff out of there and run with meritocracy. If they want a woman, put your
exactly.
best woman forward. Stop putting
Yeah,
that Kamala's not even black. So
I know,
like
but Joe Biden picked her because she's a woman.
yeah,
Ketanji Jackson, right, is a friggin' bimbo. She got the Supreme Court. Couldn't even tell you what a man and woman is, and she got on the Supreme Court. What the hell is going
exactly.
on?
This is the problem. I'm not gonna just support anybody because they're a woman, man. You gotta be qualified. Like I wanna see if you're good for the jobs. I don't mind voting for the woman myself. Like I said, I probably would have voted for Tulsi Gabbard. I like her policies. I like Cynthia McKinney. I don't even know if y'all know who that was,
Really,
but
Oh
she
no,
did
everybody
one.
knows who she is.
you
Yeah,
mentioned
She's a
yeah, I
little
would have
crazy,
supported
but
her.
she's strong. She's
one
a
mic,
strong woman, though.
You mentioned you mentioned Cynthia McKinney. Well, Cynthia McKinney, when she ran and lost, where was all this black girl magic? Where was support for her?
Yeah, you're right.
Where was all the Malcolm X quotes that the black woman is the most disrespected, person on the planet when Cynthia McKinney ran and lost? Where was all the support?
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up because it shows that this whole electing a woman thing is just BS. It's feminism BS.
And where
Because
was the
if she's
black
not a
woman when Shirley
Democrat,
Chisholm
then
lost?
she's not supported.
Black women didn't even support Shirley Chisholm back in the '70s, because they thought she was unattractive and whatever. They weren't feeling her. But Kamala got that good hair and light skin and whatnot. That's who the black women really want to be. They want to be Kamala. That's all it's about. It's sick.
Yeah,
We're
because
sick
she had
people.
that fake sister girl stuff, and she was like pro women. This. Let me ask you this: would black women have supported if it was Joe Biden versus Candace Owens? Would Candace Owens get
Hell,
93%
Absolutely,
of the black
absolutely
women
not.
vote?
Absolutely not.
hell
No.
no.
So then, so then that's why, like, I don't even, so if women don't even live by their standard of wanting a female president, it's all a joke. They got to be a liberal, which is why this is all fake, man. This is all fake. They don't really want a woman up there. What they perceive as a woman is a liberal, and then they think all women care about abortion. Like, I don't know about y'all,
Yeah,
there are a lot of conservative women who
women
hate
sitting around
abortion.
talking about how can we kill our baby. I'm gonna vote
Exactly.
for
I don't
someone who's
even
gonna
know women who do that.
kill a baby.
Women don't do that. Like, I don't even know. And women, and I'm pretty sure everyone here talked to women. This is not a conversation where they get together in circles talking about abortion and how important. It's not even a topic of conversation.
It's not.
Yeah, this is why she deserved that defeat, man. I'm so happy, man.
They
It's right
misread.
too,
Hold on,
call
they
about these
misread.
beta males,
They
man.
use Hollywood rappers, every sports star, LeBron, idiot James, all these people. They misread the masses of people in this country, black and white. They misread,
My
miscalculated, big
thing is
time.
this. My thing is this, College Genesis, is the fact that black people, they can't say they're pro-black anymore. Because if Malcolm X specifically told you, stop following these
You're breaking up.
paid to just say whatever they want to say. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
You're
hear.
hearing me now.
Hello?
Yeah,
We
go
can
ahead.
hear.
Yeah, stop
Got the
following these
Obama phone.
retarded stop following these retarded behind celebrities.
Yep, yep,
You
yep.
know what I'm saying? Because like he said specifically, what leader is a trombone player? What the hell a trombone player is gonna do? When you look at some of these leaders and stuff, a lot of them had skill sets. A lot of them had freaking. They didn't just like speak. They had skills. They had qualities. Marcus Garvey was a
A
business
printer.
owner.
And he's
Was
a
a
printer.
business owner and a printer. I was like doing capoeira. I mean, I was studying. I know that's heavy because I like. I mean, I was practicing capoeira and I did research on Mestre Bimba. Dude was a freaking carpenter, a freaking He had all types of trades. That's how these people get around.
Hey,
They
Yeah,
don't. That's how these people get around. You need people with skills, not people what you would call merit. Hence meritocracy. You know.
hey, Carla, I think I'm more happy that the beta males lost over, angry
oh,
feminists,
yeah.
man,
They
because
they really
man,
yo
they
they
pissed
really
me off,
they were
man.
really showing their ass a day
Yeah,
ago.
they
They were
were,
all
man.
these they on TikTok. They were like, "Oh, Kamala's gonna be your president. You gotta get used to having a woman president when that,
Yeah,
what
talking about how
you
you
can do
gonna
about
talk
it."
to your daughters and wives, man. Like, what do you mean? I will tell my daughter and wife I didn't vote for her because she's corrupt. Like, I don't feel ashamed to tell my daughter and wife that I didn't vote for a woman because her policies. Like, what type of beta behavior is that? That you can't face your own daughter and wife and tell them why you don't vote for a specific candidate? Like, that's silly. Like, who the hell's running your household? Like, those beta males, man, I swear, man, the reason why things are the way they are is because they fight for nothing and they promote this.
You know what's the sad part about that is the white beta males. That's what they're
Oh,
calling
yeah,
themselves.
yeah, them
They're
too.
the worst. They're the worst. The Tim Waltzes and whatnot, and that what's his name, Doug Imhoff, whatever it is. That's what
Yeah,
they want.
man.
They
God.
want to turn the white male into a friggin' joke. A cuck, a joke.
Now,
Hey, hey,
you know
hey,
what I
hey,
said?
hold on. Where's Elvis at, man? I want Elvis to
Oh,
call
Elvis, yeah, I can't wait to see him. I'm gonna do a show tomorrow night. I can't wait till he shows up.
Elvis packed up and moved, man.
Elvis went back to Liberia, man.
He
Nah,
said, man, I gotta get up out of here, man. They coming for me, man.
he ain't coming.
Yeah, because they talk with such vigor and such this. Kamala's gonna win. You Trump supporters are
Elvis
dumb.
told me
It's
yesterday
such
that
vigor.
Kamala's going to win, and all those elder immigrants going to get reparations from Kamala. And Black America's finished, and all this kind of stuff. Like, okay, I said, okay, you guys just going to come over here and bum rush America, take over a country you didn't build, nothing like that. You know nothing about this country, whatever. Yes, it's time for immigrants. No, America is not an immigrant story. America is African Americans are the African story in America. I don't believe in the foundation of Black America. We're the African story in America. You can't come over here in the '90s and whatnot and change our story. Like America has this nice, peaceful Black immigrant story. No, the American story is a story of the transatlantic slave trade. That's our story. That's what America is to us. And that until that's rectified and whatnot, and we're not. That's the way it's going to be, you know. So the bottom line, these guys really want to work to replace us and change America's story and everything. Basically, what they want to do is get rid of the whole. If they can get rid of white people and black people, then this place would be a nice place to live and everything. They believe if you get rid of white people and black people, the racism will go away, the sexism, the homophobia, and everything like that, because they fundamentally think black men are misogynists. You know, oh, we're gonna get it in the next couple of months. Y'all gonna feel the heat. Trust me. You know.
And, hey, Colin, let me ask you this, man. Do you think white people, especially white men in particular, probably felt so threatened by the illegal immigration situation? And we are hearing about low birth rates and them possibly being
Of course
replaced.
they did. Of
That's
course they were. Of
another
course
reason
they
why
were.
they surrounded
And
Trump.
you know, hold up, that, and also you understand something about how white men think. Because like I said, I have white friends. I know how they think. Right? They'll do all that right there. But the bottom line, what the white man fears in America is being called or being known as a racist. Right? But what did it for them was the large numbers of black people that were supporting Trump. Every time they look around TikTok, when they go on the streets, who you supporting? I'm supporting Donald Trump. So that told most white people, okay, it's okay to vote for Donald Trump. Look at these black people doing. That's what sent Trump over the top. You know, because if it looked like 2020 that black people saying racism, Trump blaming Trump for racism and all stuff like that, like the George Floyd situation, yeah, he would have lost again. But because they made such a good impact on Black America and basically talking to the average black person and black people on the street talking about, yeah, man, I'm feeling Trump. And then they made the biggest mistake by arresting him and giving him that
Oh
mugshot.
man, bro,
That was the biggest mistake they ever did, you know?
bro, man, bro. You know what, man? We can't. Yo. I wanted to go down that story because they arrested Trump and put him all through these stupid trials. Trump didn't even have to go to any of the Republican debates, in my opinion. Why? It's because the people wanted to defend Trump. They saw how bogus these charges were to the point that everyone sided with Trump, regardless of the Republican debate, because they understood that if Trump didn't win, then he's probably going to jail. Like the Democrats are so dumb. In would you say this, Colin? Kicking Trump off of social media like they did at the January 6th.
Right.
Do you think that made people numb to Trump to where they forgot about who Trump was since it was no longer on social media
But
and made him digestible again when he reappeared?
check this out. The bottom line is this, the people.
Oh, his Getro went out.
Oh, man, he got that Kamala phone, bro. God damn.
I'm back.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about that. My phone, my screensaver went on. The bottom line is this. When Elon Musk took over Twitter, that was a game changer, right? And then when people found out that, as you know, if you're on Facebook, right, if you say anything unflattering about Biden or Hunter Biden, they flag you as fact checking and whatnot. What the hell is this Nazi shit? And so basically, people start saying to themselves, what is this guy saying?
Oh, his Getro went out again.
Hey, man, you going out, man.
Okay, yeah, that's a stupid
Yeah, bro.
screensaver. Anyway,
Green-
I'm not gonna be on that long. I'm gonna say one more last thing, and then basically that COVID-19, they took an obscure agency, the CDC, and made it the most powerful agency in the world. You know, and made Fauci basically a de facto dictator. You know, and people's lives were turned upside down with COVID-19, and they thought people would forget about that. The whole country was turned upside down with COVID-19, and then on top of that, right as Joe Biden got into office, suddenly COVID magically went away. Remember that? Suddenly, nothing to
Yep.
see here. COVID's under control. And stop talking about COVID. Remember that? Because Joe Biden's in office, the numbers are going good and everything like that. Same numbers, but get this. And then people look at that and say, well, we had with this vaccine and everything. And people start looking at the question. And then I just said to myself, I had no idea the American people was this gullible and stupid, And it was the truth. So now people feel like, damn, we were played.
No, man, you're right. And you know what, man? Somebody made a comment in the chat that Trump is going to. Trump ain't going to jail, man.
Going to
You
jail.
know, and you know what's crazy, man? I forget that prosecutor who was going at the
Alvin
job,
Bragg.
Jack
Alvin
something.
Bragg.
No,
Jack
not him. The other
Jack,
one for the
Jack,
January 6th stuff.
Jack Smith.
Jack
Yeah,
Smith.
guess what he's doing? He's now trying to find a way to drop all of Trump's charges because he's the
Yes,
president.
he has to.
So this is bogus.
I knew
It
this was
was
gonna happen.
bogus.
I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah. Now he's trying to just it's over now. Think about it. If someone truly committed a crime, you would keep going after him. But now that he's president, it's over. Bogus, man. And this is what the Democrats. I mean, they enraged people, man. And then not even after Trump's silly trials with some porn star, which was absolutely ridiculous. That porn star trial was
That was
crazy,
embarrassing.
man.
That was
Like that
embarrassing.
pissed people off, man.
Yeah, you had a
That
fat
pissed people off.
black. You had a fat black district attorney. The first thing he comes into office and says, "I'm going." Say you're a friggin' hack and you're a puppet for some political entity without saying it. Dude, man, can you make it more obvious? Can you make it more obvious that you will sit there because and that other one that what's the name the attorney general
Yeah,
of New York State.
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna
I know.
get Donald Trump. I'm gonna
Black
get him.
woman,
I'm gonna
right?
get him when I. I'm like, these are supposed to be our black professionals. These are what they telling the
Yeah.
people in the hood to look
Oh
up
no.
to. Back in ghetto and hood. These are people swear to you that they got degrees and they're better than everybody.
Kyler,
Trump
you
is
want
Back
about
in
to win
ghetto and
that case
hood.
because it's a victimless crime. He's definitely gonna. I was listening to some of the appeals court, and they're siding with the Trump team because that case that woman launched against him, and I forgot her name. That's a victimless crime, man. See, so
Yeah,
Trump,
she came
Trump
out of
really,
nowhere and
man,
said
won
Trump raped
won
her
on
and whatnot.
everything, man.
This is a friggin' and people were watching all this and for over the years, and they were
Yep.
seething with anger. Mass of people was seething with anger, and also it made black people angry too. Because they're like people like, hey, look, I feel like I feel I can relate to Trump because I feel like I'm being judged all the time about who I am and everything. Even though people say, well, it's not the same thing. Donald Trump is like, look, they're judging me for being Donald Trump. Yeah, I'm the orange man. See, black people, in a strange way, black people sort of uh, uh, had some feeling towards that. Yeah, I feel like I'm being persecuted all the time and judged and dismissed and everything like that. People are being hated, and whatnot. So the hatred they gave it to Trump friggin' basically triggered something in Black America that we just basically some black people say, something, I want to hear what he has to say. And that right there, just by black people, enough black people listen to what he had to say and everything, pay attention to him, that's what changed a lot of people's minds. And that's what saved the country or saved the election. Because white
Yeah,
people,
and people don't want no cheating ass people. Like if you got to go that far to defeat your opponent by censoring him, by taking up the,
exactly,
and you know what's crazy? How they say it's a threat to democracy, all the while trying to jail their political opponent. They even try
exactly,
to throw him off a ballot. Thank God we had a conservative Supreme Court. If we had a liberal Supreme Court, I think they would have been able to throw Trump off that Colorado ballot and then all of the other liberal states would have followed. But just that alone, just all of that cheating against Donald Trump, who was supposed to be an incredible idiot according to liberals who can't articulate themselves, you can't beat him fair and square. You got
no,
to go through all this. Hey, bro, I think that assassination tip, that first one was an inside job.
I think so
I
too.
just can't think that
Yeah,
beta male
I
get up
was
there
just
and shoot
about
him, man.
T. I was just about to pivot to that. Get this. Do you know like almost half the Democrats said if he got shot, that would have been a good thing.
They would
Or
have loved it. Oh, bro, they would
think
have been
about
on the
it. This
street
is a
celebrating
a
that,
guy running
man.
for president of the United States, man.
Man,
And see, it's beyond a political discourse. Now we're talking about violence here, and it's coming
exactly,
from that
exactly,
side.
exactly, and that's why they lost, bro. They found the right white boy. There was nothing on this guy. He was a loser. He scrubbed our social media. This was an inside job, man. I'm not gonna think that some white kid outsmarted the
20 years
Secret
old. 20 years
Service.
old.
Yeah, 20 years old. They
Made it
saw him
past Secret
climbing a
Service
roof
and all
and they
that.
did
Yeah, okay.
nothing. Get out of here, man. That was Trump should have died that day. Thank God he didn't. He got real lucky, but they can't beat him. And man, yeah, man, this is why
They
Trump
tried
won.
to kill him.
American people got tired of that. Yeah, beat him fair and square. Stop cheating, and he still beat that ass. That is insane, bro. You had the media, you had the legal system against him. the celebrities, and he still waxed that ass. That's embarrassing, man.
$15 billion the Democrats spent and they still lost. $15 billion with a B, and they still lost.
Hey, let me pass it to Two Niger. Go ahead, Two Niger.
Yeah, thank you
All
for
right, I'm gonna
having
drop
me.
off and
This
listen
in
to y'all like
Diners.
that.
Obviously,
Y'all take it
obviously.
easy. Thanks, Donald Trump.
Hold on,
Yeah,
hold
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Later,
Let me
man.
pass it to Two Niger. Go ahead, Two Niger.
You guys should not be jumping up too much. I do support that. I knew Trump was going to win anyway, and I do support that he won this election. Democrats will have to wake up to the truth. And this thing where, especially what I noticed in the African American in America, is that the women. I don't understand it. It's like the Democratic Party made the compact with the women, black women, without the men. How did that happen? It's like you see them everywhere, and they wonder why black men wants to go the other direction. The entire thing is a sham. And when you look at the outcome of this election, the moment I saw the results coming, I knew this is not going to go well. And I saw it weeks before now. The last time I came, I said the poll is moving in the direction of this in Trump, and it never turned. Democrats are just full of a lot of nonsense. And for the life of me, you hear people saying, "Oh, look at how Trump is. Trump says all kinds of racist stuff. He says all kinds of nonsense and all the rest." I'm like, maybe you should be asking yourself, if this man is saying all that nonsense, why are people preferring him over your own so-called pristine candidate? Why? Don't you
Exactly.
don't you think your candidate is hiding something from you that the others are picking up on? You don't think so? And people don't ask themselves that serious question. And I think the Democrats, if they don't wake up to it, I'm not even sure Trump is going to give up power if Democrats don't wake up to that problem. He's not going to give up the power, and Americans are going to support him. I can assure you, white Americans will support him to hold that power, because they are not going to sit there and watch their country. They become minorities in that country and they lose power. No population has ever accepted that in history. Nobody has given me one population that accepted that in history peacefully. And you expect white people to accept it peacefully, and the Democrats are not catering to that. And look how cynical they are too. The court case that they took against Biden. If you are so keen on court case, why didn't you start it from the beginning and prosecute him and convict him? You waited towards the election to start doing all this nonsense. And then the immigration bill, you want to pass it so late. Everything they do is so cynical. And you expect to win. Even when you want to conclude the argument, is that, think about it. Most of the Democrats don't support some of the wars that Biden and Harris are engaged in. And when they tell them not to do it, they don't listen. They didn't even let a Palestinian person come to the DNC convention to speak. They wouldn't even let them speak. While Trump is doing everything his followers want, what do you think is going to happen on election day? That is just ominous. You can see the problem. Even if some of them will forgive Hillary, Harris, and think about voting her, but they will not be motivated enough. Out of 10, 9 of them will go, 1 of them will drop out. But in the Trump camp, all 10 of them will go and vote. That is what you are seeing. You can't expect to win when your own base is against a major policy you are engaged in. And if Democrats don't learn any lesson now, let them watch his space. Trump is not going to leave office in 4 years' time. I can tell you right now, Americans will be in. They will be in for martial law. They don't care. The white Americans will say, yeah, go ahead. We are not going to let these crazies come in and start increasing immigration into the country and not do anything about it. But my only my faith is that the Democrats are actually going to change this time. Because if they don't, they know they are done for. $1 billion didn't do them any good. Look at all the money Kamala Harris raised. Completely wiped out as if it's nothing. That should tell you that you should say whatever you like about these Europeans. They are extremely smart people. The women went and voted Trump. They don't care. No matter what he says. Whatever, most of those women, they will not take Trump to go and show their father that they are proud of this man as their husband. Or taking his money away by, of course, without the money. But yeah, they are willing to vote for him because they are smart enough to know what is better for their own people. They think about the future. But many of these other people, especially most of our own community, they will fight for Kamala Harris, fight for them as if they are. What have they done for us? They've not done anything for us. These people, they just tell you that they are supporting you, but they are going all over Africa, causing all kinds of problems. Even within the American community, they cause a lot of problems for them. Look at George Floyd bill. They didn't pass it. And what do you expect from people? For them to keep supporting you? I think the black voters should just be supporting whoever they want. And ideally, they should have their own candidate. They should start having their own candidate. Get your candidates elected into the Senate. Get your candidates elected into the House of Congress. That way, you can start blocking votes. You know, if you have 5 senators, you can make a lot of difference in voting this thing, and you can start getting concessions from them. That's my take anyway, because both of them don't like us. Let's face it. Trump don't like black people. It's not like he hates black people, but he puts white people first. I don't think Trump necessarily.
Why would he not put his race first? That's what black people need to do.
Exactly. That is the thing I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, to Nigel, we say that as if something like he's wrong for doing it. We should have that same mindset. It should be. Do you see how you automatically think? That's how Trump thinks. That's how black people. We should automatically think like that too. So when a white person come up to us, they should be like, well, you know what? Hustle Smart, he's gonna step to Niger first before he accept white people. But even when you go to Nigeria, even when you go to Kenya, I see African people kissing white people ass and then shun on, shit on, look down on the other people that look like them, the other people that are from the same tribe as them. So the thing about it is, the only thing that white people doing is staying on code. The problem to Nigel, what happened was that black people thought that they can sashay and sassy their way to a presidency. And you get what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, to Nigel, at the end of the day, Dynas, at the end of the day, T. Khalif, if white people acted the same way black people act, Obama would have never been president. If white people was to say, we're going to vote for the white candidate, it would never be a black candidate. But black people so stupid that they sit up there like, man, I'm gonna vote for her because she look like my mama. She look like my auntie. And I want my niece that's in college, if she go down to Florida and fuck everybody on the beach, then she got the right to come back in and let her down the scrape her box out. That's the problem. Go ahead, my brother.
You notice I corrected myself when I said Trump don't care about black people, because then I corrected myself. He actually just prefers white people. He puts white people first. That's the key. It's not that like he hates black people. He puts white people first. And that is the difference between him and many other populations, like especially our own population. We don't put our own people first. And you say whatever you like about Europeans, man, I have to admire them. I respect what they did today, because they put their own people first. And I can tell you right now, mark my words, if the Democrats don't change their policies, they will support Trump remaining in office if there's nobody to replace him. They will support him.
Hold on, Tanaja. That can't happen anyway.
Up there, man.
Yeah, that can't happen because what they do, the difference between the politics everywhere else, they raise up. They supposed to raise up the next in line. The Republicans are good at that. Republicans are good at having vice presidents become presidency, but it's not the same way on the Democratic side, because the Democratic side deal with elitism. So when you deal with elitism, that means you think everybody that's not as smart as you or have as money as you is stupid. See, it's a difference between me having money and I move into a better neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? But then I say, well, you know what? I'll go back over there. I'll donate something to whatever. And the difference between I'm in a nice neighborhood and everybody over there is stupid. That's how the Democrats act. The problem is like you said earlier, they chose to put black women on a pedestal because the black women are the loudest. They're the loudest on Instagram. They're the loudest on YouTube. You get what I'm saying? And for for years they just been talking. And let me tell you something. It's not all black women fault, because these super ultra mega boys, you know what I'm saying, super ultra mama boys that sit up there and just want a woman to pat them on their head and rub them on the back and like, who you want me to kill? Who you want me to beat up?
Yeah, but
Who you want me to
that's not
attack?
fair, though. That's not fair. Those boys you're talking about, they voted for Trump now because
You
they
know,
don't like it.
nah, man, a lot of no. The sugar.
Hey, guys, let me pass it to Diallo because he's been waiting. Go ahead, Diallo. Unmute yourself, Diallo.
You better thank a union member.
Come on.
Oh man, what a
You better
wonderful
thank
day!
the black church.
What a wonderful day. I think this election is showing us a lot about the mainstream media. That I mean, a lot of us that listen to shows like this, we already know. Because when Kamala first came out, there was all this joy and optimism, and you know, she's leading and she's getting all this positive press, and she's smoking Trump. And then 4 months later, she gets smoked by 5 million votes. She got smoked so bad she couldn't even come out last night to her own party. The party girl couldn't even show up to her own party. And also with the polling, if you guys saw, like a couple of days before the election, they had a poll in Iowa, and they said that she was up like 3 or 4 points. And Trump and them were pissed off because they were like, we run Iowa, like this isn't even a contest. And then last night, Trump won by like 11 or 12 points. So that's like a 12, 15 point swing, right? And it's like, so people are not buying like these polls and these mainstream media, the New York Times, the Washington Post, CNN, MSNBC, like we just not buying it anymore. And a lot of people just, you know, they go to alternative sources. And I knew like from the beginning, like she was going to get smoked. Like people like, it's going to be competitive. It's going to be competitive. There was absolutely no way Donald Trump was going to lose this race. Absolutely no way. Like, I don't even know how anybody could think that. She wasn't a good candidate. So while a lot of black women are upset online today, and I think I've been blocked by a couple of them today because they didn't like the truth. But she was a terrible candidate. She couldn't answer a question. She can't, she gets caught, off by questions. Like everything has to be prepared and tailored and catered to her. And she's just not that quick on her feet. She has no personality. No one, look, she has an interview with Shannon Sharp with like 1 million views. JD Vance has an interview with Joe Rogan with like 15 million views, and his was after hers. Like no one connected with her. And as much as people say that they don't like Trump, even Democrats, they'll still watch Trump when he's on TV. They think he's an a-hole or he's misogynistic, but he's pretty entertaining. He's an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? So people connect with Trump. Like that Joe Rogan interview, like people, he's just, shooting the breeze. So I just feel like I really think they punted on this election. They didn't want to use somebody that they could use for a full campaign season for 2028. And also they didn't want to alienate black women voters by just, getting rid of her because she was terrible and she never won a primary. And, she's just dry and boring as hell. She has no policies.
That was the main thing right there.
Yeah, they didn't want to get rid of that black woman base and black people. But they would have been much better off doing that.
Getting rid of her, they should have got rid of her.
Somebody inside the campaign, a lady that was inside her campaign just came on Sky News, and man, she said weeks ago they already knew this was bad. They knew, and she too, she's supposed to be part of the campaign. She said if the Democratic Party doesn't change, that they're going to have problem. That he has, even her, she's saying that she has problem with immigration issues too. That the way the Democrats are not addressing it is a problem. That Biden should not have run for this term because Biden knew he wasn't ready. He wasn't fit for it. He should have allowed another candidate to come in, contest. Everybody contests. They go through the process and emerge. That's when you are going to get a strong candidate. That what they did just handicapped this Harris from a point of view because he had about 100 and something days to campaign. So, man, this lady she was like saying, I better be careful I don't commit career suicide. Because what she was saying was something that you will not hear. And it's very, very revealing that most of the polls have become politicized, because even if they know within themselves that what they are releasing is not true, they already knew that she wasn't going to win weeks ago. Can you believe
But
that?
what Diablo said was right. And, you know, it's kind of a blessing that Biden did pick her as VP, because he's right. If they would have leaped over Kamala Harris, a lot of the black women base would have been very upset. Because I was seeing them on social media and in the mainstream media saying, and Kamala Harris is a qualified black woman, they should not look over her. They should just put her in power. So, yeah, the Democrats did not want to lose the black women, because you got to think about black women. I don't know if y'all saw the vote by race. Black women are the only race that voted for Kamala, like 92%.
Yep.
No other race of women did that. None.
Nope.
And unfortunately, yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Where's these sassy hood rats gonna go?
That's true. You know
So
what? I
even
think
if
it's
they
so massive.
even if they wouldn't have put her out there, let me tell you something, T. Khalid. See, maybe you didn't see this. Even when Joe Biden was up there, you know, mumbling, you know what I'm saying, thinking about ice cream and cookies, they were still saying that they was gonna vote for him. You get what I'm saying? The
They did. I totally agree.
black women supports black women and sugar boys, you know what I'm saying, vote for the Democrat Party. They was online saying it. Dinus, were they not saying if it was a celery stick up there, they would have voted for him?
They were saying that to the Biden. Like, Biden gonna be dead. I'm gonna vote
He
for him.
could be dead. It didn't matter who they was gonna put up there. Let me tell y'all something, man. And bleed. I hope all y'all listening on this thing. Put the camera up. Put your sound up. Everything. Never underestimate the loyalty of the black woman to the Democratic Party. You get what I'm saying? That is the only party that give them total immunity. Don't hold them accountable in no type of way. Don't put them in no type of bad light. That's the only place they can go to. It's the Democratic Party. Like, black women wish that they can divest and go to other races, but they just can't change that sassy attitude. If they can change that sassy attitude, that husky hyena vibes, other men would like them. But the only people that deal with black women mess is black men. You get what I'm saying? And then most black men get beat down so much to the point that, well, you know what? You can't beat her. It's cheaper to keep her. And then now she just drain your pockets and you get some spaghetti and some stinking box every 3 or 4 days. You get what I'm saying? And that's what has went on in the black community. So I understand why the black woman thought to tell black men what to do and what they should do. And tell another black woman how she should go against her husband, how she should go in there and sneak and vote another way and keep secrets. No other clearly
That was
white women
disrespectful too, man. Very
clearly white. Clearly white women didn't listen to Big Mike, aka, you know what I'm saying, Michelle Obese, saying, hey, you ain't got to tell your husband, you ain't got to keep secret. See, you know what the difference? And I had a conversation with one of my white co-workers, and he said, you know what, he was just always talking about how they sat down and eat together. You know what I'm saying? And I was sitting there thinking about, man, I can't even remember the last time that me and my family, we ate together. We ain't talking about no special occasion. We ain't talking about no Thanksgiving. We ain't talking about no birthdays. We ain't talking about no at a restaurant. I'm talking about, hey, place 4 plates down. Hey, go get this. You wash your hands, do this. Let's pray. And you know, I'm not even a Christian person. Let's pray, let's eat, and have conversations over the dinner table. We don't do that. Listen, if y'all say y'all do that, that's fine. I don't know black people that do that. So white people sit up there and have conversations at the table. They talk about politics. They talk about all type of stuff at their dinner table. We don't do that. We eat.
No,
We eat in front of a. We eat in front of a
We are
TV.
glued no
We
matter
eat
who,
in front of
bro.
our. We eat in
no,
front of our
what is,
phone.
sorry, what
So
is that
we're
about
real
that
separate.
thing
We
that they say?
separated.
No, what is
Yeah,
the thing that they were trying to do by dividing couples by saying do stuff behind your husband's back? I like what kind of
Because they
campaign
were
this is
afraid
that?
that black men won't vote Democrat, and they were afraid that black men who are voting for Trump will take their wives to the voting booth and also vote for Trump. So they were telling black women to disrespect the household that the husband is leading.
They were doing that with
and
white. I mean, they were doing that with white women too. It's like what kind of campaign strategy is that? Dividing a
they don't
home?
have a strategy. That's the problem. And
Like
can we finally write the obituary for Barack Obama? He's
Yes,
Yeah.
so
absolutely. Hell
irrelevant.
yes,
He's
absolutely.
so
He's
politically
done now,
irrelevant.
bro.
He's like he comes, he tells us what to do, he raises his voice. It's like y'all men, right? So like, like when you get to an age like you a kid, your mom beat your ass. And then you get to the age where your mom she could yell and do whatever she want, but she can't beat your ass no more. That's what we at with Obama. Like you just talking, bruh. Like he needs to be buried. We need to write the obituary on him because he means absolutely nothing to black voters. They tried to, put her in as Obama 2.0 with the whole mulatto thing and not really, have the black American experience. And it's just not working. The Democrats, they need new strategies. You can't just come and tell people what to do and how stupid they are, how uninformed they are every election season, and how this is the election of your lifetime, and how we're fighting for democracy and the other people are the boogeyman. It is not working. Between that and the lack of trust in the mainstream media, it is over for them. They will get smoked again in 2028 and 2023. Look, 2020. Donald Trump has reshaped all of these politics. He's reshaped everything. Look at his marketing. The guy went to McDonald's, like, like he's serving McDonald's. He
She should
turned
have
the
been the
whole
first
garbage thing
person
on
at
him. He's driving a
McDonald's.
garbage truck. He's showing him, oh, word? Yeah. Oh, we garbage? Oh, let me go ride a garbage truck. Like, he's a genius. Whatever you want to say about him, he's a genius. You have to respect him. The Democrats, they have no imagination. They're not clever. They just reheat the same thing and it always fails in their face.
they don't play politics
Got
well.
a bunch of boys
I'm
running around
beginning
in
to
tutus, man.
something is beginning to come to me now that one, Republicans are generally they are actually more powerful in the nation as a bloc. They're actually more powerful than the Democrats. So one wonders why the community even went and hooked up with the Democrats. In the UK, the same thing. The Conservatives are more powerful. In a nation where you have the more powerful party, generally they are the ones that actually cut real good deals. If you look at Nixon, was he not the one that went to China? And if you look at the history of America, the same thing. You see the Republicans are the ones that actually make solid arrangements that often last. But while the Democrats, they act as if they believe they cause all kinds of chaos with all their approach to things, and the outcome is often not good for the people that follow them, especially the minorities. And I think the black community have to think about that very, very strongly, that these people have not given us much progress. They give you the impression that things are improving, but not strategically. But if you work with the Republican, chances are that you are more likely to get that. I'm looking at it from historical point of view. I'm not, after all, who was Abraham Lincoln? Was he not Republican? You see what I'm talking about. Historically, the strategic moves seems to be coming from, because they are the ones that have the real key. They have the real power in the country. If you want change, you have to make deals with that group. But the black people have to be aware to do those about things. I don't know how black women have strayed so far away from black men that there was a time I was hearing a statement from whether it was Biden or this thing, Kamala Harris. She said something about, I kept my deal to the black women. It's like, what? You kept your deal to black women? How about the black community? What is that? That doesn't make sense. For me, I just find it really odd how they broke up the black community to black women, and where is the black men? There's no black man there, and people are surprised that black men decide to go and vote for Trump. I don't get that. I actually support that they go and vote for Trump, and if they have their own candidate, vote for your own candidate.
First,
Use your own
first,
candidate as a leverage.
First of all, man. First of all, that black men in the United States knows for the last 22 to 25 years, it been a constant bombardment of black women shitting on black men. This shit started with Oprah. This shit was going on with Ricky Lake. You get what I'm saying? This has been going on with talk shows after talk show. And then when YouTube kicked on, they went in full fledged. They can talk shit about all the red pill. Dinah, do you understand that the red pill and the passport, bro, is in response of the black women on the YouTube that been bashing black men? You get what I'm saying? It's just a reflection of it. I mean, it's in response of it. And it's a response of the black man's, the black simps that come on and be like, okay, not only are we agree with you with trashing black men, I'm gonna help you trash black men, and then while I helped you trash black men, I want you to pay for my courses, and I want you to pay for my for me showing up my features. You get what I'm saying? And I want to write a book, tell you how bad black men is. You get what I'm saying? Like that's the thing about it. So you have these sassy black men and these gay black men, diners, that black women don't even understand that, you know what I'm saying? The same gay, sassy black men that they invite in, they prep up, it's the same ones that's out to get them. You get what I'm saying? That, you get what I'm saying? Now you got gay, trans, whatever, he, him, them, shim, whatever the fuck, telling black women, you know what I'm saying? You can't tell me that I ain't no woman. I'm more woman than you are. You get what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like they now they bumping heads against each other with their rhetoric, because that's what black women do. Now I understand. The only thing I agree with black women on is that they try to help everybody in their own way. You get what I'm saying? But if you want to keep giving somebody money or help and you ain't asking for nothing in return, eventually you can't. At the end of the day, you can't complain that nobody ain't giving you nothing when you're not demanding anything but publicity. You're not demanding nothing but some music. If you go to any of the Democrat rallies, the only thing they do for black people is that they play black people music. Now they don't play that shit at Trump. I don't think they did play at the Trump rally with 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? They played one rap song, that's it. Because they're not trying to plagiarize you. They're not trying to pander to you. They like, come over here, get it how you live. And somebody in the chat yesterday, Dinas, before I jumped out, they said something very profound. They said that the reason why most black people don't become Republican, because that the Republican policies won't affect a person that's a perpetual lifetime employee, that's not trying to open no business, not trying to create anything, not trying to do anything more than go to work, run to that time clock, you know what I'm saying, swerve through traffic, running through lights, wait for the weekend to spend their money on Friday and Saturday, go to church, let go, let God, won't he do it, blessed by the best, you know what I'm saying, look at God, and then come back to work the next day. Those people are not going to be Republicans, because they fit into that Democratic box, because they still can get subsidies. They still get tax returns. They still can get benefits. You get what I'm saying? But when you reach a certain in a tax bracket, man, you gotta go down there and try to get for your income and try to get some benefit down there at the Capitol. They probably try to lock your ass up. You get what I'm saying?
See,
they're gonna think like Donnie, they're gonna think you're trying to steal something from them if you went down there asking for something, and you might really need the help. But with the way they want you to, the way that the Democrats want you to, only way you get Democrat help if you broke, struggling, and you got your mouth open and you got your the lighter part of your hands out, wait for them to drop some in your mouth and in your hands while you on your knees begging. But if you're in a business and your business doing good and you need some help, you need a program or something, they're gonna be like, man, go to the bank. Take your ass to the bank. Go borrow the money. They have no help for you. So those are those type of programs that hurting us because you gotta Diane, I'm from Bankhead. Man, I had people that, family that been staying out there forever, never want to leave. And when they tore down the projects, these people out there crying. Black people out there crying, picking up bricks, Diners, picking up bricks, taking it home with a symbolism. And it was nothing in the project but death, dick, and disaster. You know what I'm saying? And a whole bunch of STDs. And you had black people crying because the system had to make them move after generations of living over there. It was sad to see. It was sad to see black people act like that when there's a project for something that they think is there. It always shocks me when black people think this my block, this my street, and you don't own nothing. You a renter.
Exactly.
At any given time, people can stop you from renting. These are the type of people that that when they hear Democrats say, well, you know what? All those rich people that employ you, all these rich people that have all the programs to help out with the business, the malls and all that, we're going to take money from them and we're going to give it to you. And all the people, it's like, yeah, take their money and give it to you. But if you was rich, you wouldn't want nobody to take none from you. You wouldn't want nobody to tell you, go out there and work hard so we can take some for you, because the way that it works in America, to Niger, is that when you give corporate the same way with me, if you lower my cost of doing business, I'm able to buy another truck. I'm able to hire somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But the person that works a 40-hour job, who the hell does he hire, Diners? Who the hell does a person that works 40 hours a week employ?
Hire nobody. When you said something about owning a block, it's funny because I say similar stuff to Africans that are doing this tribal game. Like, you're fighting for land and stuff that you don't even control. The little resources that you have, you don't even control. Instead of actually looking to own stuff and build stuff, you are busy fighting each other. I want to add something about this British black conservative leader that just emerged. You see, that lady reminds me of authentic characters. She is now the leader of the Conservative Party in Nigeria. She's a Nigerian woman. The way you become a candidate that people can vote for, you have to be authentic. You have to be original. And Kamala Harris doesn't even come close to that. And how can you put somebody that is not original against somebody as original as Trump? You can't even, you don't stand a chance. There's no way you're going to win that fight. Trump was always going to win it. And because people relate to people that are more original, their supporters are more likely to come out. While people that are supporting Hillary, this in the Harris, oh my God, it's a bit disrespectful. Harris, people that are supporting her are not going to come out because, one, she's not even doing what they like. Look at the Gaza war. Almost 20,000 children murdered under their watch. Then you start the Ukraine war. Democrats are the ones that use the nuclear weapons too. It's like you would think it's a Republican, given how Republicans behave, how macho and strong and all the rest. Democrats are the bloodiest group in that country. It's really strange. When I check the history, I couldn't be more scared of these people. I'm like, these people are diabolical.
Yes, sir.
I don't know why our people are hanging around these people. They are diabolical people.
Because they talk nice to them. Listen, it's the same thing that happens in Nigeria. You get what I'm saying? Like, the people over there struggling. Like, the people, living in the water is up. The water is up to their knees in their houses. But if the government come out there and start talking about God and start, start playing some music, you get what I'm saying? Bringing out some bucket of rice, giving it out to the people. You get what I'm saying? Talk nice to them. You know what I'm saying? It calms them for a little while. You get what I'm saying? And that's what the Democrats do. The Democrats, listen, they're like, hey, what type of music you like? You like Al Green? You know what I'm saying? You like Marvin Gaye? You know what I'm saying? You want to hear some sister girl music? Y'all want to dance? You want to have a DJ out here? You get what I'm saying? You want some food? You want to have some drinks? Y'all want to do the get in the Soul Train line? You know what I'm saying? You want to do some line dancing? You know what I'm saying? You want to yell period? You know what I'm saying? So what it is, they give you trinkets to give them power.
Can I ask you something though? What do you think the Democrats can do to redeem themselves in the black community, especially for the men? like you.
They would have to stop being elitists. They have to stop being elitists and stop talking at you and talk to you. They don't talk to black men. They talk at black men. And
Exactly.
they only talk about black men for 6 months out of the year. And that's when it's time for elections. But all through the year, they talk to black women. They talk about black women, oh, by the way, black women. They don't even talk about,
and they're obsessed with black women's reproductive system. It's like crazy.
But see, the thing, the funny part of it is because out of all the groups in America, black women are number one in abortions. Number one. Out of Latino women, out of white women, out of Asian women combined. You get what I'm saying? So it ain't so, but what they try to do is to Nigel, they always try to be like, what about rape and incest? That is 1%. 1% out of 99, out of the 100 reasons why a woman get an abortion, it's 1 out of that 100. That ain't even 1. Yeah, that is 1%. 1 out of 100. You know what I'm saying? It will say, hey, this was for rape or incest. But they're going to just home on to that. And at the end of the day, it's a reason why our numbers, the only reason why our numbers have not went past 44 million in the last 10 years, Dynas, is because of black abortions. That is the only reasons. You get what I'm saying? Of course, yeah, we got the killing and whatever, but it's the biggest killer in the black community is the black woman at Planned Parenthood. And that's why our numbers are staying stagnated and the Latino numbers are rising. They're rising. Because these women coming over here kicking out 3-4 kids. 3-4 kids easy. They're not playing. And it's already 77 million of them. Do y'all understand that?
Or how do you get the black women away from them? Then? How do you move the black women away from these people?
Guys, let me pass the mic to some other people. Delaware, let me pass the
let me say something quick, boy. I'm at work. Let me say something quick.
Yeah, but Hudson Smarts will give you a 2 hour. It's gonna be a long.
I keep it. This is Delaware right here. So I'm gonna keep it concise for him.
Hudson Smart.
Yes, sir.
We won, bro. We won enough.
Nah, it ain't
enough. What else do you want, man?
It's not a
black women bashing and black people bash. That's what I'm saying.
It's not
a lot of black people voted for Trump.
It's not a 1 day. It ain't a 1 day fight.
Okay,
hold on. Let me ask you this. Let me ask the question back to you, Mr. Delroy. How long they been attacking black men?
Smart. It's a new day, bro.
No. You asked me a direct. Hey, you asked me a direct question. I gave you a direct answer. I said, how long have they been? How long have they been? The black woman been an attack on black men? That's the question.
It's irrelevant at this point.
No. But I tell you what, Delroy. If you can't answer my question directly, don't ask me a direct question no more, bro. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna answer your question. Listen what I'm saying.
What more do you want, man?
I got all the respect in the world for you, Mr. Delroy. I got respect for you to the point that if you ask me a question, I'm gonna give you an answer. I'm not gonna deflect.
It's a new day, bro.
Delroy, I'm not gonna deflect. If you ask me a question,
black people voted for Trump. A lot of black women voted for Trump. That's all I'm saying.
I just asked you a direct question. Instead of you answering the question, you decided to deflect. That's it. Go on to the next person.
It's irrelevant. It's an irrelevant question.
Hey, I appreciate that. Go ahead to the next. And your question was irrelevant too, but I still answered it.
What question? I didn't ask your question. I'm saying we won. Let's move on. Enough of batching of black people. A lot of black people.
So what was your question then?
Yeah.
So what was your question?
It was
All
the
right.
question. I'm telling you to
Well,
stop.
then,
That's what
okay,
I'm
well, then,
saying.
well, my fault then. Maybe I heard you say,
No,
maybe I
I didn't
heard you
ask your
say that
question.
you
I'm
want,
just
maybe,
saying
hey,
we
damn
won.
right. Maybe that's that old age. Maybe I heard you say
Oh,
you wanted to ask
fine,
me a
fine.
question.
Whatever you
Go
want
All
to
ahead to
right,
the
call it.
next
No,
person,
all right,
bro.
Whatever
no,
you
all right.
want to call it. But what
let's
I'm
put
saying,
you on the
That's fine.
road.
what I'm
That's fine.
saying is we won. Let's move on. A lot of black people voted for Trump. That's
Okay,
what
That's
I'm
let's move
correct.
saying.
on. Okay,
Hey,
let's move.
next person.
Let's move on. Go ahead, Paul. Go ahead, Paul.
All right,
You need to
guys,
stop, man.
my American African congratulations to you for for the good protest that you show the Democratic Plantation whatever party. I'm with you, and since what I've said here on Dinah's show earlier on, that even myself, I always I always feel for the fight and the struggle of our brothers and sisters here. And since I've been, as I said, I'm independent, but this time I was like, should I vote for this Damala or whatever? I was like, looking the policy and Trump, but I was ready to also cast my protest vote with my brothers and sister, African American, and I mean American African, African here, and I vote for Cornel West, like as I promised. And here and then on local election, I vote for a few Republican, and here and then there is some Democrats whom I find that they are helpful. I vote for them. So one thing which I wanted to which I will repeat, which I said here, even you mentioned, I heard on the show you mentioned about Cynthia McKinney, and this is what I've been like saying when Dynasty was saying that Trump will be better. I know, since whatever is, between the Democrat and Republican Party, when it comes to the foreign policy, there is no much difference. The core, like colonization or domination of Africa will still be the same, and using some of their, their agent there, especially like I've started to send Mr. Diner some documents, and I'm still waiting for how I can send him a brilliant book by a journalist. One of the great agent of American, or I can say the supremacists in Africa is Paul Kagame. And if you remember, there is there is probably only one president in the first Trump administration, administration, who met the chief, the commander in chief, and it was Paul Kagame. And I've heard some people say that Trump is not part of the globalist agenda or guys. Trump is a wealthy guy, and Trump is for making money for his billionaires friends. Do you remember that Trump attended among his first mandate, or the first what do you call the first mandate which he had in 2016 to 2020? He went to the globalist. What is it called again? Uh, Davos, the Davos conference, and that's where he met most of their agents, especially Paul Kagame again. So when it comes to Africa,
Okay. So, Carl, when he met with Paul Kagame, what conversation was had? What happened?
which conversation at Davos conference?
Right, you brought this up
It's
for a
it's
reason. So what
mainly
happened?
it's mainly about controlling those wealthy region in Congo. I mean,
So
not
you have proof that Donald Trump sat down with Paul Kagame and said, "Hey, what do you need to control the Congo?"
I have proof. I have
Okay,
proof,
what's the
and
proof? Where's the
I can.
proof?
I'll send you. I'll send you the the some of the video and some of the policy which later on the U.S. implement. In regard to Rwanda,
What was the policy that he implemented in the Congo of Trump?
like the ambassador of U.S. in Congo, like the special envoy of the U.S., which is a special envoy of the president. This is what he said: to help the Congo, let it fall. What does that mean? To let the Congo fall, their agenda is to break up the Congo into small countries, like what they did
So
in
this is
Sudan.
what Trump said.
Yeah,
Trump
but
said,
they've been trying. They've been trying to do that for about 100 years now.
Yes, but and that's why Congo is in the situation where it is now.
Yes,
It's only the
but
Congolese.
the problem is about over 100 years old. It
Yeah,
haven't stopped,
yeah, but
and that's France, that's Britain, that's
yes,
Germany, that's all every last one of them.
yeah,
He's speaking. Let him finish speaking.
but it's because Congolese people have been
resisting this thing. That's why I always tell diners, don't praise Paul Kagame. Among the presidents of Africa, the least you can praise, brother, is Paul Kagame. You know, there is a lot of propaganda behind Paul Kagame because, first of all, you need to understand that he was trained here in US at Fort Leavenworth. I'm preparing to send you all those documents. And he's their biggest agent, especially the Clintons. You know, especially the Clintons. But the way how the U.S. foreign policy works, when it comes to Africa, be it Democrat, be it Republican, there is only small change. It's like the Republicans sometimes they soften, you know, like when it comes to this LGBT whatever Q, but the core policy will still be the same. You know, Congolese have been like, because for me, I always tell my whatever African, there is a few countries which can help Africa to develop, or melanated people in the whole world to be respected and be wealthy. There is Nigeria, there is Congo, there is a country like Tanzania. It's so strategic, and there is South Africa. Those three countries, my brothers, whenever those countries are destabilized, it should be a plight or a fight of all of us melanated people in the world. So Cynthia McKean, for example, Cynthia McKean, even if you read even in his book, he was the one who was the biggest whistleblower to the Clinton administration on what they were doing in that Great Lake region, using Rwanda and Uganda to destabilize the Congo and kill people. People don't know this, but
Yeah,
do you know that
that's old news though.
10 million, yes. 10
Yeah,
million
Uncle. We got to move on. This isn't
Yes,
about the
let me
content.
finish. Let me wrap up.
Let me pass it. Go ahead, Jughead.
Thanks, Eldanis. Greetings, Dinas. Warren, Tunaja, and Brother Omak. Yeah.
All right.
Press, let me do your conversation regarding.
God, man, you ain't gonna say what's up to me, Jughead?
I apologize profusely, brother.
Oh, you saved the best for last. I feel you. I got you.
Of course.
Right.
Like,
appreciate it, my brother.
You're the VP, man. You're the VP. Yeah. Kamala Harris. She's gone. Now, that woman was embarrassment to your country. That woman is a disgrace. How she's put in a position it boggles her mind. She's corrupt. She's a cocksucking whore who got what she is. It's not to be crude, but that's what she is. She's a cocksucking whore who got what she is by putting sex acts on Willie Brown. That's how she got what she is. She's a sex robot. She's an MK Ultra sex robot. Now we'll go back to where she belongs, obscurity. She's embarrassment. Now Trump 2024. I like Trump. Now, I'm a Pan-Africanist. How can I support Trump? I'll tell you why. Trump will at least stabilize the planet. With Trump, he will prevent World War III. If Kamala had won the election, or should I say stole it, like they did 4 years ago, it was World War III, guaranteed. Because my man Putin, who I love, will not tolerate the abuse.
It would have never happened with Trump.
No. I'll tell you what, Delroy. Trump is a smart, pragmatic man. Okay, I'm not saying he's perfect. He's racist.
Exactly. Yeah, World War III would have never happened with Trump.
I'll tell you what, Delroy, you returned twice. I'm going to explain to you your points. But I'll tell you why, Delroy. Trump is pragmatic. Okay, Trump, when in his 4-year tendency, the first 4 years, how many wars did he start, Delroy? Name the wars he started. Exactly, cobwebs. Exactly.
He started nothing. What are you talking about? What did he start?
Trump. That's my point, Delroy. Let me talk slower.
But that's what I'm saying. Are you saying you just said Trump is if he get elected is going to start World War III? Is that what you said?
No. Kamala will start World War
III. Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah, bro. We're on the same page.
My bad.
No, I should slow down, man. Yes, yeah. But that's exactly, Delroy. Trump at least is pragmatic because Trump wants prosperity for America first, which is correct, and the world in general. Because if you're a business person, you want customers. Basically, you want everyone to come up, and to have a playing field of prosperity. The Democrats, as how Smart said, they're demons. They want an elite at the top, everyone under their feet. They talk that's black men. They talk to us like we're retarded. Like that Barack Obama, I'm going to Obama, H-O-B-A-M, because he's a hoe, a butty boy, talking down to us like we're idiots. How dare he? Who thinks he is? Talking down to us like we're children. He comes up once every year to talk to us. No, once every 4 years. And once he's scolding us, wagging his finger in our faces, like he's our daddy. No, Barack. We go back to your Hampshire. Where's his New York? Where's the place? His mansions? New York. With Mary's Vineyard, and be quiet.
Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah, Martha's Vineyard, and be quiet. Stay there.
That's just one of his mansions, Jughead. But keep going. That's just one of them.
Yeah, so so what I'm saying is that, so the white man won. Trump will bring stability to the planet. He'll bring prosperity back to America. I love America, especially Black America. You guys, I said before, are best blacks on the planet. Last 200 years, no black group has come close. I'm Nigerian ancestry, but I say it with pride. Black Americans, last 200 years, are leading the charge. It's science, business, economics, sports, entertainment. You guys are done. It's a fact. So so you guys now get a chance now to come up. With Trump now, he will rise all boats. For real, for real.
You know what amazing about that? But go ahead, Delroy, if you want to go first, because you didn't really say anything.
Like I was talking to Diane the other day, and I was telling them the number one thing for me with this election, you don't have to love Trump, you don't have to love Kamala, hate either one of them. It's who is going to keep us out of a goddamn war. Okay, because what's going on over there in, between Ukraine and Russia, Israel, Iran, whatever, right? That shit, if that shit spill over, that shit could lead to annihilation, and nothing else matter after that. No LGBT, whatever the hell they call themselves, nothing else matter after that. And that's the number one thing. If the Democrats stayed in there, it would have been led to that. So that was the most important thing with this election. That's all I'm saying.
Well, at the we're talking about the election and beforehand, and we're talking about the black men finally standing up. I've been on this channel for a long time, and I've been telling Dinus and everybody that listen that so certain black men that if they stand up for themselves, what I'm saying, they let black women shame them. If they say something against a name calling, then okay, he's not a real man. If he, it's the same thing. It's like I tell y'all all the time that the black woman is the right hand of white supremacy, directly or indirectly. She's the best guard dog. And if you say anything against a black woman, then you hate your mama. But she can talk all the shit about you.
Yeah, but
but
which black woman are you talking about? Which black woman? Which black woman?
Can I finish?
Which black woman? Which black woman? My daughter? Which one are you talking about? My friend, my sister, your sister, your daughter. I mean, who are you talking?
Can I finish my
But you
statement?
keep saying black woman, bro. Stop
Can I
with the
finish
black
my
woman.
statement? Because they the clowns of this situation. They the ones that's out there crying right now. Simp. You're an old simp, boy. You get what I'm saying? They're the ones right out there in Washington, D.C. right now, crying in the rain.
Oh, okay.
Crying in the rain. You get what I'm saying?
Smart.
And they deserve everything they get. Diners, and see, that's the thing about it. They showed it yesterday, Diners.
You married the white woman?
They showed it on the other private the black thing. They showed them out there crying.
What about the black woman
and blaming
so
nobody.
What about the other black woman?
Nobody
So
but black men. You get what I'm saying?
So what about
I'm gonna be that
black
one to
men
stand up for black men. I'm not gonna sit up here. I don't care who it is. It can be a black woman. It can be a white woman. It can be a Chinese woman. It can be any type of woman. I'm not gonna sit up and let nobody drag men down like that and just sit up there and tell black men to take it. Because that's what's been going on for the last 10 years.
The black men?
What about all the black men? And you know what happened? That black men waited. Black men waited for 8 years. 8 years to stand up. It should not take 8 years for black men to stand up. You get what I'm saying? Because the elections don't come around. Don't come around to this time. This the only time that they put a microphone in our face. This the only time they come in and try to talk to you. This is the only time that they come around for black men. This is the only time they turn around and come around and say, black men, we gonna let you, we gonna give you weed, we gonna give you cigarettes, we gonna give you some money to do a business. They don't talk about nothing to help out a black man. You had the big hedge fund that was talking about giving black women $500 billion. You had no type of hedge fund, no type of anything, no type of program or policy about giving it to entrepreneurs to try to help them open business. But you have hedge funds that particularly giving black women billions of dollars. You get what I'm saying? $1 billion just to let them talk. You get what I'm saying? And black men ain't had no voice. You get what I'm saying? So I don't give a damn if the day that somebody white won. It's the point that black men need to stand up. Black men need to get their voice, not just sitting around every 4 years. You get what I'm saying? That should be the only time that black men talk. That should not be the only time that black men exercise their strength. You get what I'm saying? So what happens? So what happens to tomorrow? Black men just shut up and go back in the hole until 4 more years? That's some dumb shit. That's some sucker shit. And that's why black men are on the bottom. I see the difference. I don't have old Negro spiritual ears. So I listen. Unlike you, Delroy, I listen. And I understand why black women. I understand why black women are on top. Because at least they stick together.
You have no fucking sense.
At least black women stick together.
You spend too much time
Black
in
women
jail,
can
boy.
be
You drop the soap
black
too
women
much.
can be loud and wrong. But at least they'll be
Shut
loud
the
and
fuck
wrong
up. You's
together.
a
That's
simple
one thing
fucking
that
dude,
I
bro.
can. That's one thing that I can.
You's a
That's one
simple
thing that I
fucking
can say
dude.
about black
Gentlemen,
women.
please.
They can be
You is a
all the way
simple
wrong.
fucking
They
dude.
can be
You's a dumb
1,000%
fucking
wrong.
bitch. You
But at least
talk
they
like a
gonna be
fucking
wrong
bitch.
together. Just
You
like
talk
all of
like a
them sitting
bitch,
right out
bro.
there crying.
You
And you
talk
got
like a
old,
fucking bitch.
useless simps like
You
you
talk
that
like
sit
a
up here and
fucking
try to
bitch.
tell somebody how to
Also
talk.
smart.
Boy,
You
nobody
talk
don't
like a
listen to
fucking
you.
bitch.
Nobody
You ain't got no
don't take
fucking
you.
sense, bro.
You the same
You
dude
talk
that
like
come
a
on
fucking
somebody's
bitch.
platform,
You
sitting
talk
up here
like a
with your
fucking
bubble
bitch.
ass lip, smacking your mouth and
Also
eating food
smart.
while you
Also
talking,
smart. I
bro.
live in Atlanta, bro.
You're
I
a
live in
fucking
Atlanta.
clown, bro.
I live
You're
in
a
Atlanta,
clown.
bro. You can meet me any
And,
fucking time.
Guys,
I show you
guys,
fucking old.
the man. Let's
no. You don't
Okay?
have to
man.
I
show
live
me.
in Atlanta.
You don't have to show me you old. Your age tell me that you old, boy.
Also smart. Also smart.
I'm mute. We're not going there. We're gonna
Yeah.
move on.
Yeah.
Also
Man,
smart. I'm calling you out.
No, we're not. We're done.
How smart can you?
Hold on, we're done. Jughead, go ahead, Jughead.
How smart can you be to make threats over?
Because why you got to get the last word on?
No. I'm talking
No,
about somebody
Dinus, no, Dinus. I'm not gonna let him get the last word.
We are moving on. Goodness, Jughead, go ahead.
Thank you, sir. I don't mean to exacerbate this. Yeah, those two. I mean, I like both of those brothers. They're right and smart. They're both warriors, man. And so I understand what they're coming from. They're both warriors, and they're both got a positive view. But I lean more towards Hustle Smart. I'll tell you why, Dinus. For the last 4 or 5 decades, that we've been on the receiving end, and here in the UK as well, not just in the US, of black women's slander, like reputation. Not all of them, but too many from liking slander, berating us, undermining us. Now, since the internet, for the first time, last 10 decades, we fought back non-violently, verbally, and they can't take it. We've taken the truth now. So Hustle Smart saying that every 4 years they come out and after our support. Other than that, we're invisible to them. That's an insult. They're treated like we're children, and we're saying enough is enough. That's all he's saying. I agree with him. Now, regarding the point of abortion, abortion. Now, abortion to me is black genocide. I think it must mention the point that the population of Hispanics is what 75 million, almost 80 million, and Black Americans is what 45 million. That's almost double your population. Now, if you remember, Darnas, the great Claude Anderson, who saw like Baba Anderson, warned just decades ago that Black America will be the number third or fourth down the line. That's back in the 80s. And he was right. Black America up to the 80s was second after European invaders. Now you're third. By 2050, 2045, you'll be fourth. Claude Anderson warned you guys. And, and he said before, if you didn't get anything, you're second. How you get anything when you're third or fourth? That's my point. That's Hustle Smart's point. And he's correct. I love Delroy, but Delroy's got to understand Hustle Smart's point. Black abortion is black genocide. And he's right.
Okay. Hey, y'all, we're going to close out. Everyone, thank you for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time,
Bye.
family, guidance, and search for Huru. Peace.